Okay.
Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda.
Perfect hit. Hey, who's driving this ship tonight, guys? That was just excellent timing. Haven't done this for a while. How you going? All right, Tuesday night, guys. Heaps going on. We got a couple of guests on the show with us tonight who, give me a hand. Anyway, let's get into a couple of things that are going on, guys. And there is a couple of things, actually, that are happening out there. It's just exposure-wise, just things getting said, et cetera, et cetera. But I had a couple of things up here I was just looking at today. This Aboriginal land stuff, Queensland government slammed over the Aboriginal land transfers, guys. They're going really, really hard with it. That's the one we were talking about up at, what was that place? It was sort of like a beer or something. But anyway, yeah, that big heck stuff they want to give away. There's heaps more of it going down, guys. We'll look a bit more into it, but they are really, really moving quick on the, getting these titles to the Indigenous folk, all right, so that the UN can walk their way through. And as you know, in the background, guys, they are not mucking around, are they? So the experts warn that this fake H5N1 bird flu strain likely to arrive. Now, listen, guys, because we can get ready for it, all right, arrive in Australia in spring and could put wild birds such as little penguins at risk. So not only do you need to be on the lookout for chooks that are not wearing masks, that are huddling up together at night in people's backyards, you are now going to have to keep an eye out for the penguins, guys. Your job is increasing. Now, if you're in Melbourne, you know what this means. It means you need to get out to that little island down there and make sure that these guys are not huddled up on the beach together, not wearing masks, all right, just flaunting the obvious mandated rules for penguins during H5N1 season. So, yeah, I think that anyone in Melbourne needs to get onto that. Now, another good thing happening in Melbourne is, Dan's phone records. Like, this is great, guys. Let's see what happens here. I don't have a lot of faith. I've seen so many things exposed, so many things gone forward, and nothing ever happens. But for the sake of this young kid and truth, yeah, let's hope Dan gets done. All right, and his wife, if she's lied, you know, and you know, I don't know. I asked a question with their children. I don't know how old they are or anything, but they're probably better off with different parents, wouldn't they? So, you know, maybe they should both go for a holiday. Who knows what's coming with Dan? But yeah, that's big that the phone records now. Well, will they be retracted? Who knows? All right, next one. What do we got here? Okay, so the minister's saying up in Alice Springs where we got these curfews and that going on, guys, are going. The minister warns, all right, to keep politics out of Alice Springs. Well, the whole reason that we have the problem in Alice Springs is because of politics, you fuck knuckle, excuse my French. All right. If we didn't have politicians doing dick-witted things, Alice Springs would be manageable. So again, you know, you guys are just churning stuff around the friggin', you know, squash court, and it's just bullshit. You know, so how about you guys take responsibility for what you've done? All right. And then we may be able to go ahead and actually fix something. But, you know, keep politics out of Alice Springs. Come on. Minister warns. Well, you're to blame for it, so you should get in there and fix it. And that's for all Australians, not just Alice Springs. Now, here's a wealthy real estate mogul, right, guys, just having to die at 43. So, you know, family's gone totally silent. And I've seen another few crazy deaths as well. Just deaths, just didn't wake up. How usual for today's day and age. But anyway, that's what's going on. But, yeah, wealthy real estate. I mean, this guy's wealthy, man. Like big bucks. Bing, gone. And his family just shut up about it, mate, at the moment. So let's hopefully they might come out and talk soon if we think what's gone on has gone on. All right. So I haven't really looked into this, guys, but I did see a thing on fridges, okay? And what it's saying is that there's a Victorian family. Where is it here? Victorian's family after fridge turns toxic. So I just want to put it out there that, you know, not only is it your food, your underwear, your water, your skies, it's your fridge too. It's probably that 5G weapon in your house, your microwave. We definitely know it is. What are they emitting from your TVs now? What's coming out of your Wi-Fi? What's just out in the atmosphere is large? It's only your fridge. Well, it's not really only your fridge, guys. All right, because obviously there's things going down. I'm going to keep that clip and I'll whack it on tomorrow night because I'm interested in that. We'll have a look at it. All right. So I thought this was interesting, guys. A site on Parramatta Road in Camperdown, 20 minutes from the CBD, sits on a major transport corridor, and it's been government-owned land in the inner city is said to be sold off to private developers with no requirement for any social or affordable housing to be built. Now, I'm just wondering what's going on here, because if you go down the article a little bit, it says that this is what should have happened. Any properties built on surplus government land will be subject to Labor's mandatory requirement for 30% of dwellings to be used for social, affordable, and listen to this, universal housing. The party stated in its Fresh Street Plan election manifesto. So this is Kobe Shelty, Greens MP. So he's kicking up a stink about how they've sold it to a private person, but it's always been earmarked anyway for the 15-minute cities, guys. You know, it's just like we're just getting ripped, man. Every way we look, we're just getting ripped. Another one, Australian YouTuber, Petty Pastel, dead, 30. Just died. Happens a lot. Sorry for all you people that have actually had to put up with this crap, people, but this is what's going on out there. So anyway, let's get into it. We got, let's bring Beck in. Let's bring Frank in. Is Frank still in work at the Governor General's, guys? All right. And what they're doing there is trying to get people in there each week. We're throwing him out again. He's back.
Oh,
who's doing that?
Go back.
All right.
That's
one of you.
I was bringing him in. She was bringing him out.
All right.
You take control, Beck.
So, yeah, you got the clips there. But anyway, yeah, Frank, you've been hitting the Governor Generals. We put it out that you wanted to do that. So take it away, mate. What are you up to? What are you trying to do? Yeah, what's our purpose here, and how's it going?
Mate, as you know, it's actually the Governor House, New South Wales.
Governor House.
Yeah,
Right.
Governor House, and she's the Governor of New South Wales. Her name's Margaret Beasley. So, look, as you know, I go to the council meetings every month. I show up, I rock up. And I've come to the conclusion that, and when you do some research and a bit of investigation, and which I have done, and I've been well drilled and very well educated, as everyone knows, by Karen Brewer, who's been helping me extensively right now. Because look, I'm not versed in a lot of this, Dave. So it's been fast tracking for me in terms of understanding Constitution, Commonwealth, and all the rest of it. You know, so constitutional law. But after looking into it, and you know, all of us have all exercised we've done everything. And my only conclusion right now is to instruct our governor of New South Wales. Now, a lot of people will say, well, we've tried that, we've done it, we've exhausted. Now, what we did 2 years ago doesn't mean what's happening now. We've got a nation that's hurting. We've got a nation that's actually, you know, in financial struggle right now. And you've just read out how many people are not well at the moment, Dave.
Yeah.
And so, and that's not slowing down, as we know. I also, like yesterday when I was down there, I actually had 2 people that are vaccinated that stood with me. And this is the process of us coming together, you know, which I experienced. Now, as we know, like under the Constitution, we've had 2 dissolved parliaments in our country. One was 1932, the second in 75. And I really believe if we do this right, we can do it also in 2024. You know, so point 7, point 15, and point 16. But point 7, and this is really important, you could write till the cows come home, you could send everything under the sun. We must stand. It is our right. It is our right to instruct the governor. And so we're going to ride this wave, Dave. And
well, sounds good, mate. You've been out there and seen it. You've had a chat to us. So what do you reckon we whack one of the clips on? Beck knows which one to whack in there.
Mm-hmm.
And let's have a look at this and, get a reaction from her.
Person in this state. It's a massive responsibility. And I feel that we know what's going on. It's no longer secrets anymore, right? But we come here today. I mean, it's surprisingly that you're here. So maybe it's serendipitous, yeah, absolutely. But, you know, I respect you, right? It's not a disrespect. But you carry a lot of weight in this country. A lot of weight and a lot of responsibility to our fellow Australians. And, you know, we've got, you know, taxis. We know that the vaccine shots have actually hurt our Australian public. They're hurting. This country's hurting so deeply. And it's just shameful. It really is. Now, I'm not putting the blame on you or individuals as an onus, because this is a collective. Right, but when that Lima Declaration was sold and we were listed on the New York Stock Exchange and handed over to the UN, right? I mean, that's just been... right around. Yeah. It's completely shameful. And so we're here, we're expressing our concerns. Obviously, as you said, you know, I don't know, but like I said, you carry a lot of weight, right? And maybe this will sit on your conscience. I don't know. I know because there's a lot of powers at play, right? And people are put into positions, you know, to upstand and all the rest of it. But that being said, it's time. This country, like I said, we're hurting. You know, the corporations have got us in such a stranglehold. Our government, honestly, you know, it's a capitulation in itself. State, federal, you know, councils, all the rest of it. And
do you want to write to the Premier? No, we've come to talk to you because you control the courts, the state government and the local governments.
Yeah.
That's your power. And in the Constitution we have the right to ask you.
She's the
for fresh
the Governor of New South Wales, folks.
Is what we need.
And do you want to write into the official secretary?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, if whatever traction we can get. But we need help, and this, you know, quite frankly, our country needs help. Yeah.
I'm afraid you're recording it without my permission.
Yeah.
I'm afraid you have to.
Yeah, it's all right.
So Frank and Belinda went down, you know, to the Governor Generals of New South Wales, right? Which is Beazley. Is that Kim's wife or relation or what, Frank? You'd know.
Well, you know, let's face it. You know, it's a big club, and we ain't in it, Dave.
Exactly right. So they headed down there, guys, to actually stake out their their place of let's say governmental attack for the next little while and see if they can get a result. And who do they run into? Her herself, Mrs. Beazley. Yeah. So that conversation there was with the New South Wales governor, and Frank's more or less told her there, you know what I mean? And there's a lot more to the clips, guys. We just cut a bit out to show you. But people, we need numbers. We need numbers every Monday at the Governor General's in New South Wales. And you know what's coming for you, people. You know how hard I'm showing you every night. All right, we're showing you, sorry. All right, how hard this new world order is coming in on you. Okay, and we need to now make a stand, guys. All right, other countries are doing it. We need to do it. So here's a perfect opportunity for Sydney and New South Wales, right, to actually, just divert ranks for a minute, you know what I mean, and come home, come community, come local, and let's make a difference. And let's everyone in each state get to their Governor General. If she's not going to listen to us in Canberra, well, guess what? We'll go to her minions and we'll start and pressure them. But yeah, go, Frank.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right, Dave. Now, she carries a lot of weight, a lot of power. People don't understand. Look, all our councils, particularly on the Central Coast, we've got an administrator by the name of Rick Hart, right? Or Roland as his real name, and David Charman. Now, we know that these individuals, right, they're part of the Blair Club, right? Or Mike Baird, they're all part of it, okay? So these guys are all selected, not elected by any of us. And all they do is the rotation. Now, they won't listen to us. But I'll tell you what, she has the power. She's got the key to unlock it. And so if we put pressure on this woman, and I mean a lot of pressure, she's got numbers. No choice. She's going to have to do it.
Numbers is the only way you're going to get pressure, is big numbers, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got that. So that was the first week that you went. And then the second week.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, the second week, which was the official kind of start day, that's when you ran into her again, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've got that clip, which I think will show people that she was obviously briefed about who you guys are. Hold on, I'll get that one on.
Oh, she recognised us.
Governor, Australia is instructing you, State Governor, with sufficient cause I appear my name Frank. I've lost confidence in my government. I instruct you to dissolve.
Didn't stop this time.
Issue the writs for fresh elections for every council and state parliament.
Looks like she sped up a bit.
I instruct you to coordinate with the Governor General Samantha Moyston. I want all documents.
Yeah, barbecue, sausage sizzle, every Governor General's house, every Saturday. Well, this is on a Monday, Anthony. So Frank's picked his day, which is fine. But I mean, if you want to turn up there on Saturdays as well, nobody's going to stop you. And if you want to do Saturdays around Australia, nobody's going to stop you. If you want to do Saturdays and Mondays around Australia, we're all just going to applaud you. So, guys, it's up to you. All right, up to you. What's this, Beck?
So that's the Sydney details at the Governors?
Yep.
So Mondays from 11 a.m, Macquarie Street, Sydney, New South Wales.
All right.
And I want to reiterate, we treated it yesterday like an Anzac memorial. Look, this is serious business. We're bringing down the government, right? So we've got to treat it as such. It's not a joke. It's not a game.
Nah.
And a wall of silence brings a lot of power. When we're all standing there quietly and all gauging on one building, it's quite an eerie feeling. And then what we do is we instruct, and I've got the instruction here. Now, also, there's Senator Heffernan, unredacted. Now, that's very close to all of us, and everyone knows, right? So we have to instruct our government. We have to instruct our governor. And I can tell you now, if this happens, Dave, and I have no doubt, this is God's calling as far as I'm concerned, but those dominoes will eventually come down one by one by one by one by one, and it will hit federally. Because if, it's one at a time. Actually, as you know, I used to do a bit of boxing in my time, and my boxing trainer once said to me, you can go for the big punch and the big knockout, but you're better off piercing the hole through the wall. Just work that jab, mate. One jab at a time.
Yeah.
And once you pierce the hole on that wall, mate, I can tell you now she's coming down. So this is it. We need people to come and stand with us and instruct our governor that we don't approve. Now, once we've done the instructions, and you've got any other grievances or whatever they might be, you're more than happy. I'm more than happy for you to share them with her.
Yes, Elder Whiting, great idea, Frank. Put a Forest of the Fallen out up the street as well on that morning.
Absolutely, 100%. And I'll tell you another thing, Dave. When it does come down, when I get 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 people, I'm not coming home. I'm staying. I'm staying, mate. We're staying until it actually comes down.
Okay, well, sounds great. This is what we got to do, guys. We got to get, and this is what we've been talking about, doing it local, and state is local for people in New South Wales. So, sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Idiots. But yeah, great, Frank. I'm so glad you started it, mate. Get it going. And
Rumble's down, guys.
Rumble's gone down, so yeah, we're watching it. Bit of a few people have to swap over channels now, but anyway. Okay, so all right, so yeah, and look, Frank, you can say you held up the 28 names, and I know the kids is the major thing here, but we just got corruption everywhere. The amount of cops that are going down, these two young cops in Penrith, 26, 27, you know what I mean? Senior constable and a constable, went out to take look after a naked lady. Obviously, she's naked, she's 49, she's obviously not well in the head, but they've capsicum sprayed her, assaulted her, they both gave up their jobs, and now they're at court trying to fight it on what? Oh, we were suffering PSD or whatever at the time.
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah, thugs in uniform. Thugs in uniform, Dave. Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't believe how they just, continue to just look after each other, and who knows what'll happen with these guys, but they'll obviously get, probably get away. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything, but anyway. Yeah, go, mate.
One other interesting thing, Dave. Look, we've forgotten that we all went to school when we were 5 years of age. We were put into a classroom to obey a teacher. Right? We even had to put our bloody hand up to go to the freaking toilet, or to answer a question. Now, we've actually forgotten to use our bloody voices. Right?
No,
so that's why it's so important. It's time to let our people know collectively. We're no longer in the classroom, Dave.
No, we're not. That's right. All right, we got a few news clips here, so that's what we're doing. Frank can go on the wrap out with that. So let's Beck, what do you want to bring in first, mate? Whack one up, and we'll have a look at them.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this one is, so I'll just add it.
You just bring it in, and I'll wrap it up. Yeah, we'll know what it is. We know about everything.
The jabs have serious side effects, has many people, including medical experts, revisiting other vaccines, including childhood vaccines that have been foisted upon our kids for decades. An anonymous but popular Substack author writing under the name The Midwestern Doctor has laid out a thoughtful and compelling assessment of many widely accepted childhood vaccines. The author found many vaccines have negligible or non-existent benefits, but have documented side effects. These cases include MMR, DPT, flu, and the tetanus vaccines. As he points out, what essentially happened after the bacterial childhood vaccinations were introduced was that it caused both that infection and other bacterial infections to become more common, and for them to mutate to more dangerous strains that affected many people who were not previously susceptible to them, and created a variety of new side effects from the infections not seen before. He goes on to say the response to the other infections becoming worse has been to make new vaccines for them, which has further accelerated.
Okay, we all know about it, guys. And look, there's some really great spaces. We've got a lady in here right now, actually. I can see you there, Jules, on X in the thing out here. But some really good research, health spaces going on, guys. All right. I share them out. You'll see them on my Twitter during the day. And I recommend you get in and listen to some of the stuff, all right, because they are waking up. People are waking up, all right, to the kid vaccinations down, all right, because people are starting to wake up to it, all right. They're starting to realise things aren't right. And the pressure's on the government. And now we're seeing these things starting to come out, guys. It's because of you people resisting, all right, and keeping this topic open and educating people that we are getting to where we're getting, which is making change. So again, it's you people, but Frank, you want to, or Beck, you first, actually. Oh no, Frank first, and then Beck. You can wrap up on the vaccines. Go, Frank.
No, well, that's exactly right, and change is what required right now. David's look, I'm seeing it every day when I'm at work. You know, mate, the stories I'm hearing, the amount of people that are seriously unwell right now, and yeah, we need to get them some help, mate. We need to get them some help, and the faster we wake them up, the quicker we can actually do it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right, mate. Go, Beck.
Yep. Everyone knows I feel pretty strongly about the childhood vaccines. And I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to say don't go get them. But I will say this. I was very, very pro-vax before having my children. I was stone cold against not getting vaccines. I was like, nah, I have to. My kids are going to get sick. So what I will tell each and every single one of you to do is this is how I made my personal decision. I researched what disease the vaccine apparently protects from. Then I looked up the symptoms of that said disease. And then I looked up how dangerous it is, if it's likely to kill or whatever. And then I made my decision and realized, well, in my personal opinion, none of those vaccines are actually needed. They've got one, I can't remember exactly which one it is because my memory is shocking, but one of them has similar symptoms to gastro, and yet they vaccinate against it. What's the point in jabbing your child to protect against gastro symptoms? You can watch for dehydration, all that, if needed, then go to hospital. But yeah, look up each vaccine and what it wards against, and then look up the symptoms. You'll be shocked to know that they're injecting your children with a bunch of chemicals just to ward against simple symptoms.
Yeah, and as we all know, gastro's another sign of the body going, guess what? We got something in here that's not real good, and we need to get it out. We're not going to make you spew today, but geez, you're going to shoot yourself. You know what I mean? That's, you know, another part of what that is. It's the body excreting stuff that it doesn't want. You know what I mean? Like, but we've been duped and fooled. Oh, gastro, you know, like the same, the polio, everything right throughout history, guys. We've all been nailed, man.
And
anyway,
Dave,
right.
And how much peanut butter did we eat in our day, mate?
And no one had an allergy, did they?
No.
Oh, mate. Okay, next one, Beck. Flick one in, mate. What do we got here?
Go to air tonight. Hundreds are being treated in the state's hospitals. But with symptoms varying, it's hard to tell which
Queensland.
virus you might have. A
Listen
new
to
triple
this.
combo test taking out the guesswork.
A triple combo
There's a
test.
chill in the air, and it's not just the southeasterlies. Everywhere you turn, there's a winter illness. And our hospitals are under pressure, with hundreds being treated for COVID.
We have seen an increase in hospitalisations. Last week we had 272 on average per day, and this week that's jumped to 330 per day.
There were more than 2,000 lab-confirmed COVID cases just last week. Right now, we're dealing with 3 strains, Flirt, Fluke and D-Flirt, which has recently torn through the United States.
We have a lot of COVID activity at the moment, perhaps the most we've seen in about a year and a half.
It's not just COVID. Other winter illnesses are hitting hard too. There were 2,666 lab-confirmed influenza cases last week and 888 of RSV. With so many viruses going around, experts recommend using a rapid antigen test to make sure you're getting the right treatment.
It's really important you get a test because we have antibiotics for those bacterial ones and we have antiviral.
Anyway, the experts are at it in the Rucci door too, but we'll talk about that in a little bit more into the show. But, you know, like they're 3 in 1 now. We've gone from, what is it? From Fluke to who? To D-Flirt. We're going to D-Flirt now, guys. We're going to deflect. I've seen that a bit, Frank, in a few places, haven't we? A bit of deflection lately. But anyway, we're going to deflect, and maybe we can deflect to a bird flu. That'd be smart. What do you reckon?
Oh, absolutely, brother. Did you notice in that clip it was 2,666? So let's get rid of the 2.
Love their numbers, don't they? It's unreal, mate. It's just unreal, you know. Like, and now it's just like dead set in our face. It's wild, you know. It really is. Like, you know, you got Biden crapping himself. You know what I mean? We got all this crazy stuff. He said the other day he's a black woman. I looked that on the show last night. He said it then. And then the chick from the radio show, or the host who actually interviewed him, and he said that, and then sort of leaked out the footage, you know what I mean, without authorization. So they say, what a load of crap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's been sacked. Like, it's just like, you can't, what the?
Actually, Dave, I heard today that Ray Hadley stepped aside. I don't know if that can be confirmed.
Oh, look into that. That'll be big
Yeah.
news on 2GB in the morning if he has. So, yeah, we'll find out, mate.
Mm.
For sure. Okay, next one, Beck.
The Paris Olympics after controversially pulling them off the shelves for Australia Day. Kaiser Shields is following this story in Brizzy today. So why are they coming back, Kaiser?
Pete, Woolworths has admitted it disappointed its customers when it removed Australian flags from its shelves ahead of Australia Day. At the time, the supermarket giant said it made the decision due to a lack of demand and also because of discussions around the National Day. However, as the Paris Olympics approaches, it appears Woolworths' tune has changed. In a statement, it said, given the Australian flag is the official flag of the Australian Olympic Committee and of our team competing in Paris, a locally made handheld Australian flag made from long-lasting materials such as timber and polyester will also be available for customers. The statement goes on to say that the flag will be sold all year round. When it comes to other Australian-themed merchandise like stubby holders and bucket hats, we're not expecting those to return for Australia Day next year. However, Australian-themed bakery goods could return, but we won't have to wait that long, Pete, because green and gold cupcakes...
All right. Okay, well, they're going to dictate to us what we can have and what we can't have now. Oh, you can't have the beer, you bloody hell, but you're going to go back and get into it, darling. Go.
I feel like this is their attempt of keeping the left happy and the right happy. As far as I'm concerned, they've done their dash. I'm not going back to Woolworths. Woolworths can get stuff permanently, as far as I'm concerned. But I feel like they're just trying to like sit on the fence, keep the left happy by not having too much, and then keep the right happy by having some. I mean, look, I do like the idea that they're going to have a good quality Australian-made flag. I do like that.
Bullshit.
But I'm still not going to buy it from there.
It'll be made in China.
Yeah. Temu.
You watch. All the merchandise, the Australian merchandise that they'll release will be made in China, coming through an import company that some clown that's got parliamentary ties or, you know, thinks he's fucking more entitled than the next bloke. He'll have the license on the company to bring it in, and he'll make, you know, 400% profit on it, guys, and then whack it out to you at, you know, what a... Yeah, don't your government love you? They love you to death, like Romeo Georges said. They love you to death.
Yeah.
All right, moving along. We'll get off the Australian flag. That'll get us shut down and we start promoting the Australian flag, won't it, eh? They won't like that. Bloody hell.
This one's gold. Hold on. There we go.
I just wanted to leave a message for Sophie Scams. Can you tell her that Anne came by?
She's writing it down, folks.
And I look forward to the day that she's put in prison for her crimes against humanity, including my poisoning with the bioweapon vaccine. Poisoning with the bioweapon vaccine, batch number FR 7649, which I met with her about for over an hour and a half. I had a meeting with her, went through with her everything that's happened with respect to the vaccine poison. It's not a vaccine actually, it's a medical bioweapon. And I look forward to the day that she's tried and is found guilty for crimes against humanity. And her charade of acting as a politician when we know, the community know, that
she's good at shorthand,
the government is fake and is a registered private corporation. So a private corporation, the government. So she is a fake.
This is what we need to do, guys.
She doesn't have any standing under the 1901 Constitution. So she is treasonous and is not working for the people. And
sorry, just tell me the right
Yep.
She's still right and all.
Working for a fake private corporation listed on the US Securities Exchange, which you may wish to look up because she's working for a fake government. The federal government is fake. It is a private corporation. It is not working for the people, and she is actually operating in a treasonous capacity. So
when did you meet with her?
Oh, she can look it up. It was a while.
Exactly, make them do the work. That's gold, guys. This is what we should be doing.
We missed the very end part, but oh well.
The end part's gold.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't pull it. All right, we're missing it.
That's all right.
Okay.
Oh no, I'll get it back in and hang on.
Yeah, Mel might have pulled it, mate.
No,
She's
no, I didn't, but I'll get it back
Please,
in.
Mel, come on.
Hang on.
Should we?
Here you go. You'll have to just go right to the end, Beck. It'll
All
come
right,
in.
where is it then?
Hang on, guys.
It's coming in now, guys. Hang on, we've got to hear the end of it. So good, I didn't.
Yeah,
You got
it's
it?
the end of
Yeah.
the third.
Here we go.
Hold on.
And she has all the documentation.
Okay,
So.
do you want me to
No, just tell her I look forward to the day she's in jail. Okay? Just tell her I look forward to the day that she's in jail because it's coming very, very soon. And the Freemason, Jewish, Khazarian mafia can all get fucked.
That was so worth it.
Well, there you go. That's what happens when you tell the truth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, well done, darling. That's great. And this is what we should make. Guys, we all know the truth. All right. And that's why Frank's on here tonight. All right. Well, not the only reason, you know. I like having Frank on here, but he's on here because we want some numbers, guys.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm willing to turn up. Okay. I can get up there a couple of times. All right. Let's get up there. Right. And let's make it work. All right. Let's make it work, guys. All right. Let's New South Wales. All right, win the state of origin next week, and also, you know, put 1,000 people at the Governor General's next Monday. Wouldn't that be great? Now, come on, everyone's not working. I know you aren't. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, yeah, people in Sydney, you know, Governor Generals, come on, we can do this, guys. We just need numbers. So, yeah, let's see how we go. Spell out the last bit. Yeah, I hope she could too, guys.
That was awesome.
Yeah, Kazarian might get her, you know. She might have to go to the history books for that one. But anyway, not allowed to use that word.
Right.
Kazarian. Don't use Kazarian. Oh, Kazarian mafia. Kazarian mafia.
Should I do the housekeeping stuff, or should I put another clip on?
Yeah. Go and pick up a broom. You go for it. Yeah.
All right. So housekeeping for this week and next week a little bit, I think. So this one, I'll be honest, I haven't looked right into it completely.
There's a fire ant on the front cover.
Yeah, it's the fire ant.
Are they getting rid of them fire ants at the moment? There's a war on fire ants, I heard.
Apparently. But for anyone that's curious, from what I have looked into it, it's very similar to what they did with the bees. So when they treated the bees, which was compulsory for households to do that as well, it then ruined the land for them to continue farming on. So from what I've looked at so far, the fire ant stuff is the same. So everyone needs to look into that and back that. Then there's
well, you look like a fired up little ant there. No disrespect in that, Malcolm, but yeah, go get him, mate. If you can make a difference for us, go get him, buddy. Go get him. Right.
So he does a little bit, doesn't he?
Fired up for an ant. Yeah, he does. The
so
graphic designer there, actually, hang on. The graphic designer there is a professional because she got that shot perfect. Yeah, look at that angry little fire ant. Oh, don't you love it? Okay, thanks, Malcolm. All right.
So forests have fallen in Mansfield, Victoria, Saturday, 13th of July. Exact location to be advised. Once we find the location, we'll pop it up here as well. Also, My Place has just started a Central Coast chapter. So there's details. First meeting is Saturday, 13th of July at 11:30 to 1:30 p.m.
Well, there's a few people up there on the Central Coast that got done bad by that would probably love to have a look into that and, yeah, get a good family, a good group. But they've already got. They just got to maybe just reignite that group now, and that'd be looking good. Well done, guys. Whoever it is, as long as it's a community group, I'm behind it. As long as it's not going to frigging town halls and community halls and gendering our kids. You know.
Yep.
But anything else as community guys we're into?
So this one is protect our children's innocence. Come and voice your disgust at the mayor and councillors allowing sexualisation and grooming of our children. Strength in numbers. That is 34 Church Street, Salisbury, Friday, 12th of July, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay. Whose is that one?
That I'm not sure. I just saw it get shared.
Okay.
So I'm not sure who's hosting it or who's organising it, but definitely well worth the
And
attention.
I saw Chick Fenton in there pulled me up too and said that the flags are Australian made. Okay, some of them might be, but there's going to be no. Anyway, how much they're going to rip you off for making them in Australia? That'll be my next question. But anyway, thanks for the correction, Chick. You're correct. I take it, mate.
Go with the shells if you want back.
Yeah, go with the shells. Put the shells up.
Yeah, I should. All right.
So I hope you're not out looking for bacon and eggs in the morning, Kaz. It might be just bacon. But anyway, that's at a particular shopping centre up north, actually, that one. But there you go, guys. Eggs. I mean, I can remember toilet paper shelves looking like this. Eggshells now. So I don't know what's happened, but maybe I don't know. Maybe we found a lot of chooks that have been huddling up together in backyards that shouldn't have been doing it, Frank, and we sort of cleaned them all up, and now we haven't got enough chooks to get eggs. I don't know. And here's Kevin Newton.
Yep. So one of our own will be having a stall at the Sydney Knife Show, which is the 10th and 11th of August at Rosehill Racecourse Grand Pavilion in New South Wales. I think it's Sydney. Everybody go check it out. Have a look at their website. Oh my God, some of the blades are bloody gorgeous if that's what you're into. But yeah, one of our own, Kev Newton, will be there. So go and get some tickets and show him some support.
And on a side note, guys, the police will probably arrive about 1 o'clock to take all the knives out of the markets because you can't have knives anymore. So there'll probably be a crackdown there, who knows? That's how ridiculous it's getting. Righto, so this is the American Take Our Borders Back, guys, that I'm involved with over there, right? The next one's coming up the end of this month, 27th, I think it is. But all the locations are on that. If you see that on my Twitter feed or anywhere around, give it a share. All right, get to our website, stoptherotsackthelot.org, and you'll find that there as well. But yeah, we need to take our borders back too, guys. All right, we got a lot of work to do, people. All right, and as Frank's saying, if we can get our governor, whatever she is, in this state to actually start and get pressure, and we can get some other states to do the same thing. Well, we've pushed a few other buttons and got nowhere, so let's go push them, guys. But right, it's all coming, man. You can just saw the empty shelves there, right? They're gonna start, and you guys. Okay, go back.
Yeah. So there's another couple clips. Did you want me to chuck one of them up?
Yeah, go.
Yep. All right.
During the state's housing crisis. Industry leaders are now demanding the charges be slashed, revealing it takes homeowners a decade to pay them back.
10 kilometres from the CBD, the median house price in Carina is well over $1 million.
We are getting priced out by a lot of people.
Bell Ung has crunched the numbers and hidden costs are making it almost impossible to find a home.
The stamp duty, oh my God, there's a lot of money there.
It's a fee draining the accounts of buyers while inflating the pockets of the state government.
Well, when it comes to housing affordability, the cards are stacked against Queenslanders.
The state government has received more than $17 billion in stamp duty in the past 3 years. That's $3.5 billion more than expected.
Right, so I just wanted to bring that in and show you guys what's going on whilst we've got people sleeping on the streets, sleeping wherever. It's just unbelievable. You know what I mean? Just chivalry. It's just shenanigans, man. It's just freaking incredible. Anyway, what else have we got there, Beck?
There's one more.
One more, and then we'll wrap it up.
Changing hundreds of its Victorian workers by pocketing more than $1 million of their long service leave.
Oh, here we go again.
The supermarket giant pleaded guilty to more than 1,000 criminal charges.
Woolies.
Just days after the Woolworths boss was threatened with jail time in a tense Senate inquiry.
We're not interested in you kind of way through this committee. We are interested in you answering
the questions.
The supermarket giant has come under fire again, admitting to ripping off Victorian staff to the tune of more than $1 million.
Hey.
To Woolworths. Woolworths
So
and
again-
its subsidiary Woolstar failed to pay long service leave to hundreds of employees, admitting to more than 1,000 criminal charges.
There you go. So again, guys, you know, Woolworths has just been in the spotlight. Here they are again. Now they've been found out ripping off people's super. Like, are you kidding me? And you're still going to the shop, are you? You're still walking into that green logo and giving them your money, are you? Really? And you're paying with a digital ID probably as well. People, it's up to us, man. You want to slow the beast down? You want to change the world? Change yourself. And until you do, this is where we are, guys. All right, Frank. Last words, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. But I want to share a magazine that's coming out. Can everyone see that?
Cool.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, I'll have those down on Monday as well. The work that's gone into this in terms of common law and complete understanding, it's like a Reader's Digest. And it really breaks down things in such simplicity. So, and all you common law sheriffs, there's your posse on the front page right there. Okay, so let's go take them down. And, oh, by the way, if anyone wants to get copies of this, it's www.corruptionwhistleblower.com.
Okay.
www.corruptionwhistleblower.com.
We'll get that onto the website, guys, and you'll be able to pick up the link there and get onto it. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we just saw with Woolies, if you are fed up with this conglomerate, then stand with us.
Amen.
Government House, Monday.
Thanks, Frank.
11 a.m.
Thanks, buddy. Beck.
Cheers, mate.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, with everything that we showed tonight, I think people, it's all pretty self-explanatory. Keep looking into things. Keep looking into things. Don't take the bait of Woolworths sucking up your butt, because that's, in my opinion, what they're doing. They're sucking up because they realise their massive stuff up and decline in profits at Australia Day. Don't fall for it. Stay away from the big companies and, yeah, keep looking into things and not give in and do not comply to anything.
The comment. Well done.
We made it into the local newspaper in
Echuca.
Echuca.
Say that,
Echuca, Victoria, about the Forest of the Fall. Well done, guys. That is excellent, man.
Fantastic.
That is absolutely excellent, people. This is what we need to do, guys, because the more people have seen it, they're waking up. They're sick. How confused do you think these people out here in the Matrix are? We know what the fuck's going on. Excuse me. We know. They don't know. They're looking for the answers why they're spinning out, why they can't think straight, why they got brain fog. You know, why they can't walk up a set of stairs and before they've run out of friggin' breath. They got no idea, guys. So keep up the good work. Well done. Okay.
Here's our outro.
Thanks for coming in, Frank. Thanks again, Beck. And, yeah, Kazza, I hope you're out there bludgeon. Good on you. Yeah. Okay. See you, guys. Governor General's Monday.
Fast asleep, I was in a dream, I was in a slumber, tell you, oh, till you woke me up, you showed me what was real, now I'm wide awake, sitting here. To make me hide, they told me I was all alone. I must survive. I can't go back. The truth is that life's gonna break. Oh, you can't stand in my way. We're knocking at your door. We won't take your bullshit no more. We won't go back. The truth is just like on the crazy. You can't stand in my way. We ain't moving no way to stay. We ain't moving no way to stay. Yeah, we ain't moving no way to stay. We ain't moving no way to stay. We ain't moving no way to stay.
The big problem is, guys, we're here to stay. See you on Monday. When we get 1,000 people, we stay there. Let's go. Come on, New South Wales. We do this. Good night, guys.